Good day, class, and welcome back to our OCC class. And we have our brand new discussion about types of speech context and types of speech style. Last week, we studied about intercultural communication and verbal and nonverbal communication. Intercultural communication, it is about interaction, negotiation between other people that the cultural differences is involved. While the verbal communication, it is a type of communication that you are using words or speaking word of mouth. You are using your speaking voice to send the message. And also the nonverbal communication, it is about the communication that we are performing using our behaviors, feelings, and thoughts, and also our gestures, our hand movements, and body language. Okay, and now let's proceed to our discussion. I hope you are all fine and safe and healthy this week, my students. And now, let's proceed to have to our learning objectives. Okay, so learning objective number one is determine the different speech contexts and speech styles. Second one is discuss the various types of speech context and speech style in different situations. And lastly, you will be able to create an infomercial for one of the speech contexts. Okay, so these learning objectives that we have, you need to remember these three so that if we finish our discussion, you will be able to go back and check if we already met or if we already reached these learning objectives. Okay, and now let's proceed to our first topic, which is the types of speech context. Okay, in speech context, okay, in speech context, let's define first muna yung what is speech context. In speech context, it refers to the situation or environment and the circumstances in which the communication happens. Okay, like what I've said during our first discussion, context it is about the situation where the communication takes place. So the speech context is the situation of our communication. Okay, so now let's have the first speech context, which is intrapersonal. In intrapersonal communication, this refers to a type of communication that is focused on one person where the speaker acts both as the sender and as the receiver of the message. It means that intrapersonal, the communicator, you yourself, you are the receiver and the sender at the same time. What does it mean? It means that you are talking to yourself. Okay, you are motivating yourself, you are encouraging yourself. In what way? You are using your thoughts, your feelings, and you are using your brain as the medium in sending the message. Okay, so dito sa intrapersonal, it is about talking to yourself. JV, you can do it. You can do whatever you want to do as long as you believe you can. Okay, so it is like motivating yourself, talking to yourself about a certain issue. Okay, so next is the intrapersonal. Uh, interpersonal rather. I'm sorry. Okay, interpersonal. This refers to the type of communication that takes place between and among people and creates personal relationship between and among them. In interpersonal communication, kung ang intrapersonal communication, it is about talking to yourself, okay, you are having conversation within yourself. In interpersonal, it is about having a conversation with other people, with one person, with three person, or larger number of audience, okay, of or larger number of people. Okay, so in interpersonal communication, we have two types. The first type of interpersonal communication is diad. Okay, in diad, it is the communication that happens between two people. Okay, it means in interpersonal communication, it doesn't mean it is about small group na you are interacting with 3 to 5 members of the group. Okay, but in interpersonal communication, the diad type of communication ay para sa dalawahan lang. Okay, some examples of that is having a conversation with your best friend, having a conversation with your girlfriend or boyfriend. Okay, so that is the kind of type of communication, DIAD, under the interpersonal communication. And last type, which is the small group, it applies to interactions involving at least 3 but not more than 12 people engaged in face-to-face interactions to achieve the desired goal. In small group, it doesn't mean na 3 to 5 lang. Okay, in small group, 3 to 12 person you are talking to. Okay, it means kapag nag-exceed na sa 12 person, hindi na yun small group. Okay, so again, in DIAD, 2 person having a conversation. In small group, 3 to 12 person ang included inside one communication or inside the conversation. Okay? So I hope we are clear in the two types of interpersonal communication. And now, let's have the third speech context, which is the public communication. This type refers to communication that enables you to send or deliver a message before a crowd. So in public communication, it is about delivering a speech to the public in front of a larger number of audience. Okay, hindi na to 3 to 12 lang. In public communication, may target ka ng audience na madami. Okay, so public communication example, speeches, okay, speech ng mga politician that they are running into a certain position in national election. Another example is oratorical speech, debate, okay? Another example is valedictorian speech, 'di ba? In valedictorian speech, may certain audience ka, which is the parents and the students doon sa school. And also, in new normal education, yung virtual graduation or virtual speech ng valedictorian sa isang school. Dahil wala na tayo face-to-face as of now, ganun na lang yung naging example natin for online classes. Okay. And last is mass communication. In mass communication, from the word mass, it means that you have a mass audience. Wala lang sa public communication, you have a certain audience. Okay, dahil valedictorian speech ka, nagde-deliver ka ng valedictorian speech, of course, your audience will be the students and the parents. But in mass communication, where whoever audience ay pwede. Okay, example, may ngipin man o wala, may buhok man o wala, matanda, bata, lolo, lola, they are the audience in mass communication. Okay, this refers to communication through television, radio, newspaper, magazines, books, billboards, the internet, and other types of media. It means that in mass communication, you are delivering a speech, you are delivering a message using various medium. Okay, media. Okay? May nagtanong sa aking student, Miss JV, yung speech ba ng mga politician, it could be mass communication or public communication? It could be a public communication kapag literal na nag-i-speech lang. Kunyari, mayor ka lang, barangay captain ka lang. So, may certain ka lang. Hindi ka ipapalabas sa TV. But once a politician, the speech of the politician will be aired using television, radio, or another types of medium, internet sa Facebook, that could be a mass communication. Okay? So, that's for the 4 types of speech context. And now, let's have speech style. Okay. What is speech style? Speech style, the context dictates and affects the way people communicate, which results in various speech style. According to Juice 1968, there are 5 speech styles. Each style tells what appropriate language is or vocabulary should be observed. And also, okay, wait. And also, our manner, okay, wait lang. Our manner of style of speaking, of communication should vary or depending on the occasion, audience, subject matter, and the purpose of communication. What does it mean, Miss JV? Speech style, we use specific speech style according to the occasion where we at. Okay? And the audience whoever audience that we have. Okay, yung 5 speech style na yun, gagamitin natin kung may certain audience tayo, kung kanino ba tayo makikipag-usap. Speech style na gagamitin natin kung nasa kasal ba tayo, nasa misa ba tayo, okay? It differs. Depende tayo sa ating audience, occasion, na kung nasaan tayo sa paggamit ng speech style. Unang-unang speech style is intimate. Okay, in intimate, this is style is private, which occurs between or among close family members or individual. In intimate, diba, it means that it is very private. It is a secret. Okay, the public don't need to know the message that you are conveying between two people or between with your family, okay? Yung intimate, hindi kailangan isa publiko pa. Kasi nga, intimate, it is a private conversation, secret conversation. Example niyan, mother and daughter having a conversation about the grades of her daughter. Okay, intimate yon, hindi naman pwedeng ipangalandakan pa na, ay, nabagsak yung anak ko sa ganito, sa ganyan. Okay, so it is a kind of intimate style of conversation. O speech rather. Example, also, mother and father nag-uusap about finances. Okay, hindi naman pwede nila yun isa publiko. And also, boyfriend and girlfriend talking about their future. So, it is an example of intimate style of speech. Okay, so next. Next style is called casual. Okay, in casual, from the word casual, this style is common among peers and friends, jargon, slang, or the vernacular language are used. In casual, you are using this style with your friends, with your close friends. Kung sino yung mga taong malalapit sa'yo. Okay? In this style of speech, you are using slang words, okay, or vernacular language, which are the what's up, hey JV, ganung mga words. Okay, hindi ito formal. Okay, yung casual, informal language ang ginagamit natin. Whatever we want to say, whatever we want use na words, acronyms like OTW, BRB, diba? Be right back, okay? We can use that in casual style of speech. And next, consultative, we have the third. This style is the standard one. Professional or mutually acceptable language is a must in this style. Okay, it means that in consultative, it is formal. Okay, you are having a conversation where you are consulting specific topic. You are consulting a specific aspect of your life. Example, psychiatrist and you, a person, you are consulting to that psychiatrist about your mental health. Okay, it doesn't mean na babastusin mo yung psychiatrist. Hey, what's up psychiatrist? No, dapat formal language ang gagamitin mo because it is a standard one. You are talking to a person na may kinalaman or may maitutulong doon sa kondisyon mo. Okay, another example, teacher and student. Ayan, syempre yung consultative, semi-formal ito. Pero kapag close mo ang doctor mo or yung teacher mo, you can have a conversation na light lang, na hindi ganun ka-formal. Kaya we can use this consultative as a semi-formal style of speech. And another example is doctor and you, 'di ba? Nagpapa-consult ka, doc, what is my condition? What are the medicines that I need to take for me to heal? Okay? So those are some examples of consultative. Okay, and now let's proceed to the formal style. Okay, from the word formal, it means it is very formal. Okay, this style is used in formal setting. Unlike the consultative style, this is one way. Kung nakita nyo yung intimate, it is a two-way process. Of course, in intimate conversation, kailangan may feedback kayo. Casual, of course, it has a feedback. You can respond in the conversation. The consultative also, but informal, it is a one-way communication. Okay, but informal, we can also experience little response. Ano yung mga little response na yun? Halimbawa, syempre, example ng formal, delivering a speech. It means scripted. Okay? You need to remember also na formal, it is scripted. Okay? Dahil scripted yung speech mo, kabisado mo na. Paano natin malalaman if we are experiencing little response or little reaction, little feedback? Kapag may mga murmur tayo naririnig, ay, eto, ang pangit ng pagkakabigkas niya doon sa word na yun, parang Bisaya. Ganon yung mga little feedback na maririnig natin. But, hindi ito kadalasan nangyayari. Okay? May mga instances lang na may maririnig tayong little reaction and little feedback from the audience. Okay? Example of formal, yan, speeches, delivering a speech, our president delivering his SONA. Ayan, example yan ng formal. Okay? And last, we have Frozen. Okay? In Frozen, it is a type of speech which is remains unchanged. Okay? It means hindi natin to mare-revise. We can change the words of Frozen style of speech. Okay? Etong Frozen, kung formal na ang formal, kanina, ang Frozen talagang most high formal style of speech. Okay, why? Because in Frozen, it uses structure of grammar and vocabulary. Okay, gumagamit talaga sila ng different vocabs na malalalim na hindi naman na ginagamit lang in a particular field. Kaya we can change it. Okay? So, yung mga Frozen, example niyan, oath-taking ng mga Boy Scout, oath-taking ng mga politician, oath-taking ng mga ng presidente and also ng iba pang mga posisyon. And also, yung example din yan ay yung national anthem, we can change it. Okay, whenever we want, hindi natin pwedeng baguhin yon. Another example, marriage vow. Okay, so nung kinasal kayo, sinabi mo, till death do us part, pero nung kinabukasan nag-away kayo, iniwan mo na. Okay, no. Okay, it is a kind of Frozen speech style, yung marriage vow na dinideliver natin sa mga kasal. And also prayer, the Lord's Prayer, yung Our Father, we can't change it. Okay, one of my student asked me na yung Bible ba ay consider nating Frozen? For me, in my own perspective, we can consider as Frozen style of speech. Why? Because there are many versions of the Bible. Pero yung pinaka-prayer doon about the Lord's Prayer, we can change it. Ayun pa rin yun. Okay? Siguro nagkakaroon lang ng changes by words because of of different version ng Bible. So, for me, I will not consider it as Frozen style of speech. Okay, and that's all for our discussion for today. I hope you learned something about these types of speech context and the 5 types of speech style. Okay, so again, in speech context, we have 4: intrapersonal, interpersonal, public, and mass communication. And in speech style, we have 5: intimate, casual, consultative, formal, and Frozen. If you have any question, just PM me. You can send me a message. Doon na lang sa GC natin para mabasa agad ng mga classmate nyo. And also, for your collaborative activity, gagawa kayo ng graphic organizer. Ayan, yung graphic organizer which include the 5 speech style. Lalagyan nyo ng description, yung 5 yon. Kayong bahala kung ipaparaphrase nyo yung nandoon sa handout or ika-copy-paste nyo na lang. And magbibigay kayo ng 3 examples per speech style na hindi dapat connected sa binigay kong mga example. Mag-isip kayo ng different examples in every speech style. Okay? Ipopost yan doon sa ating FB page. Okay? So, wala tayong performance task today. This week, malalaman nyo kung bakit hindi ako nagbigay ng performance task soon. And you have your quiz after watching this video. Okay? So, I hope malinaw ang nasabi ko. Kapag hindi malinaw, you can send me a message again. And I will try to reply as soon as possible. Okay, so that's all. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching, my students, and see you next time in our OCC class. God bless, be healthy, thank you, and bye!